My name is Mjøs Persen and I am the mayor of Bergen. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to the Children's Voices for a New Human Space conference. I would like to greet you in Bergen in person, but unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, that isn't possible. Since you can't come to Bergen, I will tell you a little bit about our great city. As some of you might know, Bergen is Norway's second largest city and was founded on the basis of fish trade in 1070 by King Olav Kyrre. Bergen was ideally placed between the markets in Europe and the fisheries in the north. Our harbour gave shelter to merchant ships, and the city's surrounding mountains was a great source of fresh water. In the mid-13th century, Bergen became an important European city of trade, as the Hanseatic League opened one of their offices on the wharf, which we called Bryggen. This made Bergen into a European hub of commerce, seafaring and craftsmanship. At that time, stockfish was the main export article from Bergen. Today, the city of Bergen is a UNESCO World Heritage City, a UNESCO City of Gastronomy, and a European City of Culture, and the gateway to the magnificent fjords of Norway. Bergen is rich in history, culture and the tourism sector. Additionally, our region has several world-leading business clusters within the marine industry, the maritime, media and the energy sector. The city was always looked towards the world for inspiration and collaboration. I believe that our history has influenced Bergen and the people living here. We are known to be an outward and open-minded people. Bergen's tradition as an international city has also influenced our politics. 3 years ago, Bergen City Council passed a resolution that made Bergen Norway's first human rights city. As a human rights city, we are pledging to include everyone, and that the path to fulfilling what it means to be a human rights city is a collective journey. By thinking of our citizens as right holders, and by consulting them, we can identify where the problems are, prioritize and come up with new solutions. In addition to strengthening the bond between citizens and decision makers, the most important aspect of being a human rights city is to identify who is being left behind. We need to identify which voices are not being heard, and we need to bring them along in the process of building a better Bergen. Nelson Mandela once said, "None of us are free until all of us are free." And this holds true whether you measure on a local or an international stage. Internationally, leaving no one behind is especially important if we are to fulfill the UN Sustainable Development Goals and Paris Climate Agreement. Everyone, regardless of where they live, how much money they have, should be given the opportunity to make climate-friendly decisions. Being able to participate in our democracy is not only important for us as individuals, it is also important for democracy itself. Without active citizens, policies won't be as good as they can be. And by extension, bad policies create contentment for politicians and democracy itself. In that regard, your work through the Children's Voices for a New Human Space program is important for our democracy and for our future. By fostering a culture of democracy and in a primary school context, you are creating a safe arena for our children to learn and test what it means to participate in decision-making processes. To have the confidence to make one's voice heard and to promote one's own argument is important. When we take into consideration that the debate climate is generally has become tougher, it is even more important. Argument should always be met by arguments, not ridicule or threats. That we have seen more and more of through social media. I am also very glad to see that Children's Voices for a New Human Space focus on intercultural education and understanding. I believe that the best way to get rid of prejudice and by extent racism is knowledge and understanding. I wish you the best of luck with your conference, and last but not least, the best of luck with fostering a culture of democracy in the primary school.